In the previous video, you were overwhelmed by the majesty and power of the lion, the proud king of Africa's savanna. But in this video, get ready to meet a completely different creature. No speed, no sharp claws, no hunting prowess, yet one of the most feared animals in all of Africa, the hippopotamus. If you love wild journeys and breathtaking survival moments, don't forget to subscribe. Many wonders await. At first glance, it looks like a gentle giant, a round body, wrinkled skin like dried mud, and bulging eyes that always seem half asleep. Almost all day, it lies submerged in water, motionless like a massive rock, seemingly harmless. But don't let appearances fool you. Beneath that jiggling layer of fat lies a biological tank, an armored warrior ready to launch an unannounced attack. When disturbed, it doesn't roar, it acts. Silently, but ruthlessly. In waters once ruled by crocodiles, the hippo moves like a creature indifferent to laws. It doesn't need to hunt, but if provoked, it becomes the nightmare of the swamp. Think only predators like crocodiles, lions, or hyenas are terrifying? Think again. With a single yawn, opening its jaws up to 150 degrees, it can crush a neck or spine. With a bite force of 1,800 psi, it snaps bones like dry twigs. Crocodiles, once feared across the plains, have often retreated. Not because they're weak, but because they're facing a creature that knows no fear. A being that doesn't hunt, but when necessary, fights as if it owns these waters. When the dry season arrives, waters recede inch by inch, revealing thick, black mud and vapor rising like smoke from a cooling battlefield. Life and death are no longer far apart, separated only by a glance, a shove, or a wrong step. At that moment, what was once a peaceful lake transforms into a fiery arena. Normally slow and sullen male hippos turn into war machines. Under the scorching midday sun, they clash with each other, roaring across the flooded fields. Sledgehammer strikes, bites that sink to the bone, blood stains the water red. No mercy, only winners and those who retreat in shame. At the water's edge, a buffalo cautiously steps down for a sip, always alert. But no matter how strong it is, it cannot foresee the invisible boundary the hippo has set. Step beyond that line, and the consequence comes faster than a gasp. A single strike, hundreds of pounds of muscle flung like a sack of straw. A single bite, the once invincible horns snapped without mercy. To the hippo, reasons don't matter. If it doesn't like what it sees, it attacks. Lions, kings of the land, don't dare risk it. They know too well, in this world, teeth alone don't define strength. Lions target only the calves, and only when the mother is distracted. But that's the biggest mistake, because a mother hippo never truly takes her eyes off her young. Sensing danger, she charges like a living missile. No tactics, no coordination, just raw, explosive fury. There have been times when entire prides of lions had to flee as an enraged mother hippo charged, biting and dragging one lion into the mud, leaving a trail of blood along the riverbank. And so, when waters dry up, what remains is not just mud, but blood, roars, and the traces of a merciless battle for survival, where the seemingly gentle sow terror greater than any predator. By day, they appear as heavy stone blocks lying motionless in cool water, avoiding the scorching heat of the plains. No movement, no sound, as if they don't exist. But when the sun dips below the horizon, when the sky turns deep blue and the last rays of light fade, silence shatters. From beneath the water, giant shadows begin to rise. Not hurried, not noisy, but carrying an invisible pressure that makes even the night wary. Each hippo can travel over 6 miles in a single night just to graze, and a full belly can mean up to 90 pounds of vegetation. They move silently along old trails, needing no light. No one follows them, for no creature dares come close. Yet the strangest part isn't over. If you thought only cats mark territory, you've probably never seen a hippo's claim display. As they walk, their tails swish rhythmically, feces spray in spirals, scattering over plants, ground, and anything nearby. It's not a joke, but a clear message. This land is taken, leave. By day, you might see oxpecker birds perched on its back, casually picking parasites from the thick folds of its skin. They work diligently, as if sculpting a living fortress. Underwater, tiny fish swim around, nibbling at wounds, cleaning off mud, helping the hippo avoid infections in its murky world. A creature weighing nearly 2 tons, relying on beings weighing mere ounces to help maintain its health. Yet, don't mistake that for friendliness. Nature has no room for sentiment. When a panicked antelope falls into the water, the hippo doesn't save it. It doesn't hesitate. It doesn't care about the struggle of another. It only sees disrupted order. And with an iron instinct to protect its territory, it charges, ramming the intruder beneath the muddy river. Not out of hunger, but because chaos is not allowed here. Far away, herds of antelope graze, unaware they are being watched. Exhaustion shows in the lion, every labored breath carrying the thick disappointment of a hunter losing in the game of speed. It stops. No prize today, yet it still holds the spirit of a resilient predator, for this is not its final failure. If you too see the wild as full of surprises and unpredictability, don't forget to follow, because creatures that seem simple often hide truths that will leave you stunned